In the pantheon of Hollywood muscle men, few roles demand the Herculean physique of He-Man, the blonde barbarian king from the iconic 1980s cartoon Masters of the Universe. When Nicholas Galitzine, the 31-year-old British heartthrob known for his nuanced turns in red, white and royal blue in The Idea of You, was cast as the titular hero in the upcoming live-action adaptation, he knew he was stepping into colossal boots. The original 1987 film starred a ripped Dolph Lundgren, whose chiseled frame became as legendary as Skeletor's sneer. For Galitzine, embodying this larger-than-life character, meant a descent into one of the most punishing physical regimens of his career, a bulking odyssey that he now reflects on as the hardest thing I've ever done. In a revealing interview, he dissected the daily grind, the body dysmorphia, and the unexpected empowerment that came from sculpting himself into a demigod for the screen. Galitzine's path to He-Man wasn't a straight shot from indie darling to action star. Born in London to a Greek father and English mother, he initially pursued modeling before stumbling into acting via a theater production at age 18. His breakout came with Cinderella, 2015, where he played a princely foil to Lily James, but it was the romantic comedy Purple Hearts, 2022, that catapulted him to streaming fame. In it, he portrayed a Marine with PTSD opposite Sophia Carson, blending vulnerability with quiet strength, a template he'd refine in red, white and royal blue as the charming Prince Henry, opposite Taylor Zahar Perez's Alex Claremont Diaz. These roles showcased Galitzine's emotional range, his ability to infuse charm with complexity, but Masters of the Universe marked a seismic shift, from heartthrob to powerhouse. Preparation began months before principal photography in 2024, under the guidance of trainers versed in the rigors of superhero transformations. Galitzine, naturally lean at 6 feet 1 inch, needed to pack on 30 pounds of muscle while maintaining agility for sword fights and wire work. It's not something I'd be keen to do or maintain all year round, he admitted, his candor cutting through the gloss of stardom. The regimen was brutal. Dawn weight sessions lifting barbells that would daunt Olympians, followed by high-protein feasts, think grilled chicken mountains, quinoa oceans and shakes thick as mortar. Carbs were timed meticulously, fueling hypertrophy without excess fat. It was a daily challenge, Galitzine confessed. But there is something incredibly empowering about committing to something so heavily. I've never had a challenge like that before, which really every single day you have to wake up and you can see the peak of the mountain vaguely, but especially when you're bulking. I think it would be insincere for me to say that it was easy. The psychological toll was equally formidable. As his body ballooned, biceps swelling to 18 inches, chest broadening like a shield, Galitzine grappled with dysmorphia. You don't recognize yourself, you don't fit in any of your clothes anymore, he shared, describing the alienation of staring into a mirror and seeing a stranger. Wardrobes strained at seams, favorite jeans became relics. Even sleep suffered. His newfound mass left a definite dent on the mattress, a nightly reminder of the transformation's permanence. Friends joked about his He-Man handshake, capable of crushing walnuts, but Galitzine felt the isolation acutely. It's like inhabiting a new skin, he likened it, echoing the identity flux of his characters. Yet, this discomfort forged resilience, mirroring He-Man's origin. Prince Adam, the unassuming royal, transforming via the power sword into a warrior. On set in New Zealand's lush terrains, standing in for Eternia's mythical realms, Galitzine's preparation paid dividends. Directed by Travis Knight, Kung Fu Panda 2, the film reimagines the franchise with a grounded edge. He-Man as a reluctant hero reclaiming his birthright from the forces of evil, with Galitzine infusing the role with pathos absent in the original. Co-stars like Idris Elba as Man-at-Arms and Anya Taylor-Joy as Teela challenged him to match their intensity, their camaraderie a lifeline amid grueling shoots. Stunt sequences, leaping from cliffs, battling holographic beasts, tested limits, but Galitzine's bulk proved a boon, lending authenticity to the sword-swinging spectacle. Reflecting post-filming, Galitzine views the ordeal as a rite of passage. But really, I'm so gratified that I got to experience it and trying to fit this very larger-than-life character, he said, his gratitude palpable. The role stretched him beyond the gym, studying Lundgren's stoic charisma, delving into 1980s lore via fan forums, even consulting comic artists for He-Man's psyche. It humanized the icon, revealing vulnerabilities beneath the apse, doubts of worthiness, the burden of power, that Galitzine channeled into subtle glances and weighted pauses. This transformation's ripple effects extend to Galitzine's career arc post-Masters. He's lined up for The Madness, a thriller with Mark Ruffalo, signaling his versatility. Yet, the He-Man grind lingers as a benchmark, A tale he'll regale at industry dinners. The shakes that tasted like chalk, the mirror confrontations, the triumph of seeing CGI-enhanced abs ripple on playback. For aspiring actors, it's a cautionary yet inspiring saga. Fame's glamour hides sweat-soaked hours. For fans, it's anticipation incarnate. A He-Man who's not just buff but broken, ready to swing into theaters in 2026. In the end, Galitzine's reflection isn't lament but laurel. The toughest challenge birthed not just muscles but mastery, proving that true heroism lies in the forge of body, mind, and spirit. As Eternia's savior takes shape, so does Galitzine's legend. From rom-com prince to universe master, one rep at a time.